All right, so solving equations. To solve an equation means to find the value of any pronumeral to make the equation true. These values are called solutions. An unknown in an equation is a pronumeral whose value needs to be found in order to make the equation true. Remember yesterday we talked about how some values, if we sub them in, make the equation true and some are not. They don't give the correct thing. So we're trying to solve to find the true solutions. One method of solving is by inspection. This is also called trial and error or guess and check, which involves inspecting or trying different values and seeing which one makes the equation true. Not the best method, because when equations get more difficult, it's not easy to guess the right thing to substitute in. But we are going to do a few here, guess and check style. So example number 1, it says find the value of the missing number that will make each equation true. So we have a box there, that's like our pronumeral. Something times 7 equals 35. So this is knowing your times tables. 5 times 7 makes 35, so that must be my missing number. And for part B, 20 take away something is going to be equal to 14. So yes, I would have to take away 6 to get to 14. Now equations aren't going to look like that with boxes there. They're going to look more like these ones where we've got some letters in there. Okay, we're still going to be doing these by guessing and check. We have got C plus 12 has to be equal to 30. So I need to guess a number here for C when added to the 12 makes 30. What do you think? 18. 18 plus 12 does make 30. So we're going to go C equals 18. And you could be checking things on your calculator if you weren't sure. You just see which things add to give the right amount. How about this one? 5b equals 20. Now 5b, that means that they're multiplied. 5 times something makes 20, and it would have to be a 4. So b must be equal to 4. All right, this is going to get a little bit more complicated. 2x plus 13 equals 21. All right, we want to guess. So you said 6. 2 times 6 makes 12. 12 plus 13, it's too big. Okay, so let's try something else. Try and guess something else. Yes, Lucius. 4. All right, let's try 4. 2 times 4 makes 8. 8 plus 13 makes 21. So that one worked. Okay, and one more, D. X squared equals 9. So x squared, the squared means it's got to times by itself. So some number times it by itself to give 9. What do you think?
3.
3, because 3 times 3 makes 9. Actually, there is another solution. There is another option. Let's go or. Can anyone think of another number that would times by itself to give 9? Ooh, copy. Nope. Jai?
4.5.
Nope, that's adding.
Oh, yeah.
Think about, if I say that's going to give it away. Your negative integers.
Wait.
Jai?
You could times that by 2 to get...
No, it's going to times by itself. Riley?
Negative 3.
Yes, because negative 3 times negative 3, 2 minuses become a plus. So negative 3 would also be a possible solution for that one. Okay, so while it works okay, we managed to do those 4 questions okay by guessing and checking. Those equations are actually, I'll be really honest, they're actually still quite easy. We're not going to get too complicated in year 7, but every year you're going to do equations and they're going to get harder and harder every year. So we want to learn some strategies, not just guessing and checking, that is going to help us with the harder ones. We want to start from the easy ones, learn proper technique so that we can use them for the harder ones as they come. So on this next one, it says question 1 again. But it says to solve the following one-step equations systematically. Now what I'm going to teach you is a process of doing the opposite. If I want to find out what x or whatever pronumeral is in the equation, I want to do opposite operations to move any other numbers away from the letter that I have. Now, pluses and minuses are opposites of each other, which are the ones that we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be doing plussing and minusing. And when we do timesing and dividing, they are opposites of each other as well. So, with these questions, it is the way that you do the working out that is more important at this stage than even your answer, okay? Because what I'm trying to set up for you guys is really good habits that are going to help you year after year down the track, okay? So can you remember that? Your process is more important here. So this is what I want you to do. If I have x plus 3 is equal to 7, the number that I have with my x is a positive 3. Remember that I said pluses and minuses are opposites. So the opposite of a plus sign is to do a minus 3. Now equations are like a set of scales. Okay, we have two things that are equal and I have to keep them balanced. If I want to subtract 3 on the left-hand side of the equation, I have to do the same thing on the right-hand side of the equation, otherwise my scales are getting out of balance. Does that make sense? Okay. So I want to subtract the 3. That means that on the left-hand side, the plus 3 and the minus 3 will cancel each other out, and the x is now going to be by itself. So the x is on the left-hand side. Then all I have to do is subtract 7 take away 3 to get my answer, which is 4. Now I know a lot of you are thinking, oh my goodness, I could just look at that equation and I knew it had to be a 4. But remember what I said. The process here. I need you to learn this process because guessing and checking is not always going to be easy. So we're going to practice this over and over and over again today. So let's do the next one. X plus 5 is equal to 8. So the plus 5 that is here, I want to do the opposite, which is to subtract 5. So underneath I write my instructions. I want to subtract 5 and I have to do it to both sides to keep my scales balanced. Okay? The plus 5 and the minus 5 on the left-hand side make 0. They cancel out. So that the x is now by itself, and 8 take away 5 is 3 for the answer. Okay, so these cancel, and I just subtract those numbers to get my answer. Yes, Olivia?
Why do you have to put 2 minus 5 when you can just do 8 minus 5?
It's keeping it balanced. So yes, I am just doing minus 5 to the other side, and there are some people that would teach it that way, that they're just going to move that one to the other side. It's a different style of working out, but I'm going to stick with this technique because it shows that everything stays the same the whole way down, keeping it balanced the whole way down. Sinead?
With the so did you get the 5 from the
Here, from here. So it's whatever that number there is, yes.
Is it what is that?
It's whatever number is with your X or with whatever letter you have. Okay? No, it doesn't. So in this next one, let's keep going. We've only done 2 questions. Shh, girls. Everything okay?
Yeah, there's like
Okay. Just ignore it. Okay, the next one. Shh. The next one is 4 plus x is equal to 9. This time, my 4 and my x, they've kind of switched positions, but that's okay. There's still a positive 4 that I'm trying to move away. So the opposite is going to be to subtract that 4. So underneath, minus 4 on the left side, minus 4 on the right side to get rid of that 4. Okay, make sure you cross these out. You're getting rid of that to get the x by itself. So then, x on the left side, I subtract these numbers. 9 take away 4 makes 5. You'll notice in all of these questions, I'm doing my little working out, if you like, in red to show you the number that I'm subtracting, and then I'm putting my answer in blue. So I'm doing them different colours to show you the 2 different parts. Let's do it again. D. 6 plus x is equal to 10. So again, they're in switched positions. So this is a positive 6. I need to subtract it. So underneath, keeping it balanced, minus 6 from that side, minus 6 from that side. It means that the 6's will cancel off on the left. X is the only thing on the left-hand side of the equation now. And 10 take away 6 makes 4. Next one. Those ones were all pluses. We now have some minus signs. Guys, can we stop the chatter, please? X take away 5 equals 1. So the opposite of a minus 5, now I'm going to plus 5. So write them underneath, plus 5 here, plus 5 there, cross off to cancel. Plus 5 and minus 5 disappears. Then, X is the only thing left on the left-hand side. 1 plus 5 makes 6 on the right-hand side. Question F. We're going to do lots of these. X minus 2 equals 3. So the opposite of minus 2 is to plus 2. Cross off, minus 2 plus 2 cancels. X is by itself. 3 plus 2 makes 5. And again, X minus 1 equals 8. So the opposite of minus 1 is to plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancels off. X is by itself. 8 plus 1 makes 9. And H, last one, X minus 3 equals 4. Opposite of minus 3 is to plus 3. Cross off minus 3 plus 3. And that means X is equal to 4 plus 3, which is 7. Of your page,